Blast off. Ben Parker, CardinalSportsReports.com here with Stanford redshirt freshman cornerback Collin Wright. So first question for you, Collin, just how is fall camp going for you?
Pretty good. I'd say for myself, making plays was the biggest thing coming into this camp. How can I be better for my team? So have 5 turnovers so far. As far as the defense goes, everybody's making plays, getting forced fumbles, swarming to the balls. We need as a defense. So individually, I think I'm doing okay so far. Keep improving, keep getting better throughout camp. Take coaching, which is the biggest thing. Trying to perfect all my techniques before we get into the season. As a defense, just keep competing, keep getting better.
A lot of your teammates have really kind of praised the strides that you've made during the offseason, the way you're playing in camp. Just what are the main areas of your game you've most kind of been focusing on during this part of the year?
I would just say speed. Speed is something that you can always improve on, something you can always get better at. And I think as far as the position I play, in this conference that we play in, there's a lot of fast guys, so I got to be able to run with those guys. So I think me getting faster from last season to the summer to now has helped me a lot, and just cleaning up my footwork. That's all DB's problems, just cleaning up footwork and speed primarily.
Also, too, you got a chance last year to play with some more experienced veteran corners that are now in the league, Kai Blue Kelly, Ethan Bonner. Just what did you kind of learn from playing with those guys?
Film study. I'll say those guys played a big part in the way I just attack my everyday life today. Caillou, he used to train me on the side after practice, give me pointers, tell me how to watch film. Ethan, kind of along the same lines. Jonathan McGill, all of those guys played a huge part in my development. Just how to approach the game, how to be a leader in the secondary, and just how to be present.
Talk about the defense you guys are running under Bobby April. What are some similarities from your position between what you guys were doing last year, and then what are some differences?
I'll start off saying defense is defense, so a lot of the same stuff, cover 2, cover 3, cover 1. But it's very, very more complex. I think Coach April's putting us in a lot of great positions to make plays. As regarding to last year, it was a lot of guys thinking, not really playing fast, but Coach April is going to our strengths, letting us do what we do well. So I think that's the main difference. He's letting us play.
Talk about your thoughts on Coach Williams. Just what's it like working with him? You worked with Akina last year. Just what has Williams brought to the defensive backroom as a coach?
Just technique. That's his biggest issue. Making sure we're taking the right steps when we're in press man, off man, having good eye control. I think it's a lot more emphasis on technique and perfecting our technique, because you get tired, as I'm sure all of you seen how fast we practice. Once you get tired, that's when technique is most important. So perfecting our technique. Same watching film, how to watch receivers down the distance, all of those characteristics.
With guys like Kelly and McGill and Bonner gone, there's a lot of opportunity for more minutes and snaps for you guys as a unit. Just how exciting is that to know that a lot of you guys are going to be in line for more minutes than you did last year?
Very exciting, of course. Finally, us getting the opportunity, us young guys getting an opportunity to play. I'll just say, just developing and just getting experience is the biggest thing. I'm sure that's what everybody's saying when they look at our secondary, just our roster in general. Not a lot of guys played last year, so us getting these reps now through spring and continue to fall camps really helped us a lot. So just getting reps so we're ready to play.
And also too, just talk about just in general, what is it like being a redshirt freshman? Being academically a sophomore, just having a whole year under your belt. Just what's it like being in camp, having had that year under your belt? How nice is it to have that?
It's been pretty good. Got a lot of classes out of the way that I need for my major. I'm thinking about communication and psychology, so I knocked a lot of those out already. So now I'm getting an opportunity to play this year, getting a chance to compete. I'll have an extra year if I need it, but the goal is always ultimately go to the league. So if I do 3 years, I'll be able to go to the league and graduate, so which is the goal. So that's the goal while we come here and graduate from Stanford. So pretty good.
Yeah, talk about too, just in the NFL, what are some corners that you particularly like to study or model your game after? Just who you maybe looked up to in that realm?
Richard Sherman for sure, Stanford alum. I would say currently I like to watch J.C. Horn. Very good DB, patient, big, physical. I like A.J. Terrell, Clemson guy. Same footwork is outstanding. Patrick Surtain, arguably one of the best in the league. Last year I'll go with Jeff Okuda. Haven't played a lot, but he's one of my Texas guys. Let's see my Texas guys do well, so I'll study him as well.
What do you most enjoy about being a cornerback, or just defensive back in general?
Just being the most hated. You know, as all of you seen, people don't come to the game to watch us, so just to be the underdog in every situation, people coming at us every snap. There's no room for error, so just get an opportunity to compete every play, make plays, and just help my offense, help my team in the game.
Just talk about Troy Taylor, what he's brought as a head coach, and what's it like playing under him?
It's been amazing. Just regarding the last staff, just a lot more family oriented. He cares about us not only on the field but off the field. Stays on top of us, make sure that we're doing everything we need to do academically, how we handle ourselves out of the locker room, just all those things in general. Our team saying is the way of the Cardinal love. So just doing everything with love on the field, loving ball, loving sports, loving your teammates, which ultimately, if we do all those things correctly, we'll win a lot of games in the fall.
Final question for you, just what is the key to kind of managing the coursework here at Stanford with football? Just what are some maybe advice you would give an incoming freshman football player about kind of managing those two things together?
Time management. I think that's the biggest thing wherever you go to college. Transition, you being on your own for the first time, you have a lot of time between football and you'll go to class. So I think time management, balancing that, also not procrastinating, doing things early, communicating with your professors, letting them know when you'll be traveling in the fall or whatnot. So just time management, staying on top of what you need to stay on top of, and just completing work early, being the main points.
All right, muy excelente.